a simple blood test to see your risk of developing Alzheimer's years before symptoms show up. The Alzheimer's Association says more than 5 million people in America have the disease. That number is projected to hit 14 million by 2050. A doctor in LA helped create a blood test. One woman showed her brain doesn't regenerate quickly enough, so the doctor has her on a plant-based diet and a brain supplement. He says customized diets are 80% of the changes needed.
They want to know what is happening between the outside and their inside that could potentially put them at risk for this. This is what this test is perfect for right now.
For me, it's huge because I really lived in fear of getting the disease, and now I finally have hope that I can do something to change my destiny.
He says the test is most useful if you're in your 40s. Right now, you can only get it done through a lab in Arizona. Your doctor can order the test, which costs about $500 and gives you the results in 3 weeks or less. The loss of memory in Alzheimer's patients can be terrifying. The breakthrough research that may reverse memory loss. That's tomorrow on Virginia Today.